is going on, everybody? It is Aaron here with the Rookie Geek, coming at you again with another lightsaber review. Today we have something that I've kind of had my eye on for a while, but every single thing that I see for it out there tends to be either empty or super expensive, either way. There are many different variations of this hilt that I've seen. The color crystal chamber and all that. I just don't feel like I've seen any consistency. It's just the basic idea of the hilt. So I didn't feel too bad about not having a crystal chamber or things like that with this. So this is the Hunter, which is the Starkiller Saber from the game The Force Unleashed. If you have not played that game, I highly suggest doing it just for fun. It can't be that expensive anymore. Game came out like 15 years ago. But basically it's Darth Vader's apprentice. It is no longer canon, from what I understand. So, you know, it's more of just a fan love that we have with the character of Starkiller. So to start out, there is a lot of chrome on this. So chrome, if you're an avid saber collector, you know this already, but when it comes to chrome, it is a fingerprint magnet. So you're just, if it's more of a display piece for you, or if you like to display yours like I display mine, then just maybe, you know, keep a little terry cloth or something nearby that you can just kind of wipe those off. If you don't care, you don't care. So just going down the line with it, let's just get a nice focused view. You got the nice shield cover right here, clip. Now this serves no function, just in case you're curious. These two wheels right here, it's all aesthetic. I like this here and the 3 screws going down. It's on either side. Now you do have the signature LGT switch right here, which I've seen some people get a little annoyed at the fact that, you know, no matter what, there's the switch here. But I wanted to show you with my Qui-Gon, which is another one that people felt like the switch. I actually got a plug for the charge port, and now it looks more like a Qui-Gon saber. So there are little things you can do to kind of get around that. I don't feel like Starkiller's hilt has been consistent enough. There's so many different variations, but the same basic idea. And so I'm okay with it. You've got these plates coming down on this side, going all the way around, kind of like Vader's hilt, just, you know, way more shallow, just, you know, a nice clean finish there. They only poke up just a little bit. It is a little impractical for dueling, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you why here in just a second, or at least my theory on it. Nice speaker here. Obviously, we're going to go through this with a, you know, little bit of a swing so you can see all the sound fonts and everything it does. It is the V2 flash or Proffie board and Neopixel, and I got this one from Darkwolf Sabers. I've ordered them from them many times in the past, and I absolutely love them. They're a direct partner to LGT, so they tend to get these hilts a little more than the other LGT sellers. Typically when that happens, though, you are getting it direct from China because it is around, you know, pretty much a pre-order to where it hasn't gotten to Johnny in New York yet. So just keep that in mind if you order this. As far as I know, they are still coming. But I will say, coming from Hong Kong, if you get them early enough, you can get this case right here. Let me see if I can lift it without dropping my saber. It is pretty sweet. It's got nice little dividers in it for your blade, for your hilt, for your blade plugs. But then also let's go through what you get when you come out. This stand right here, as far as I've experienced, comes with any early order saber as long as they have these cases. Now they did ask me when I was ordering whether or not I wanted a CoverTech clip for a belt. Now I got that, and I was kind of assuming that, because I think Starkiller, if I'm not mistaken, holds, or when he puts them on his belt, they're kind of hanging upside down. Or right side up, I guess, just the opposite way you would expect. So I thought that maybe these wheels here were the you know, CoverTech wheel option. No, it's not. So I was a little disappointed with that. You could easily drill a CoverTech wheel into this, no problem, and you can buy those usually at any LGT store. But, you know, it was just a little disappointing to have that out the gate, especially since it asked me if I wanted a CoverTech belt clip. So if you don't want to install your own, maybe just skip this when you're ordering, and save yourself $10. This comes standard. This is your blade plug. You'll come in here, you're going to put it like that, you'll set it in, and it just kind of gives your saber just a little protection on the inside. Some of the electronic hookups, no big deal. If you put it down, yeah, it'll light up there. I'm not going to screw it in, but that's, still be able to see the light and what color it is, but at the same time protecting the electronics on the inside the connector. So going down, tons of chrome. You got the black here. The black is more of just a nice brushed aluminum. Nothing too rough there. Your standard charge port here, which comes with your included in the box. Your charge cable here just goes straight down in there. Now, the thing with the Proffie boards, as opposed to like an RGB smooth swing board, is that this light does not flash while it's charging the way an RGB board does. It actually shows you in a different way. I'm going to show you that when we're running through on the different sound fonts and everything after I get done with my talk here. Now this here, I always like to go through it. If you're an inexperienced lightsaber person, you just haven't come across it yet, or this is your first time, you have two different kinds of boards, give or take. I mean, for the most part, this is it. They're going to have a bunch of different variations. But you either have a Baselit saber where the LEDs are inside the hilt, or you have a Neopixel blade where all of the LEDs are wired and threaded throughout this blade. Down in here, you have your soundboard and your speaker all attached to one chassis, and then your connectors up here that go to the spiral at the end of the blade. What that does, and this is the big difference, is that, when you ignite a Baselit saber, it just kind of like comes on. I mean, it fades on a little bit. It gives a little bit of that effect, but this gives you the straight up and down the blade effect. And that is why everybody is willing to pay $120 or so more and sometimes more for a saber rather than getting the RGB board. So Darkwolf tends to be, I've already said they're a direct seller of LGT sabers. They get them a lot earlier than the other sellers. But in the end, you're kind of getting the same exact thing. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to get it that much faster. When you get them like this, again, they come from China. They come from Hong Kong. That is not that long of a wait. When you get them, in the grand scheme of things, if you're not an experienced lightsaber person, understand no matter what company you order from, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. It's just gonna vary from which company and what availability they're on sabers. But in this case, the times I've ordered from Darkwolf is usually pretty early in the selling of the particular saber. So there's just not a lot of sabers that early on that are going to make it to Johnny out in New York. So you're going to get them from Hong Kong. But I have no complaints here. I think this one here took about 14 days to get to me total. I think it's around a $9 or 9-day turnaround time until it gets shipped, and then you just got another 5-6 days until it gets to wherever you are, depending on where you're at in the world. I am on the eastern side of the United States, so fairly quick for being that far away. One more thing I will say about this saber, it has been a dream of mine to have this saber, but when I got it, I just felt like it's naked in the sense that it needs its buddy. If you're familiar with Starkiller, he has two sabers. That's just the way it is. He has two sabers. And when I was saying earlier that the grip here, if you're trying to go two-handed, is very awkward. And unless you're wearing gloves, which I highly recommend if you're dueling or spinning, then things like this box right here, are going to cut the ever-loving crap out of you. So just keep that in mind going in. But I thought that just primed it ready to get another one so I can have one in each hand. I think this is perfect as a one-handed saber. And I actually have that one on the way. It should be here by the end of the week. And, it took me about 24 hours to make that connection that I just can't not have two of these. you're looking at right around the normal price when it comes to Neopixels. I always say it's usually between, you know, if you're going on, unless you're going for a top of the line company like Vader's Vault or something like that, you're going to pay a lot more there. But with Proffie Neopixels in the LGT world and in Ultimate Works, you're looking at anywhere between $400 and $600, depending on the hilt. Some are actually more. Some of the staffs and such, you're going to get into that $1,100, $1,200, even $1,400 category. I have not been that crazy yet. Give me time. But yeah, guys, I gotta say, not a disappointment at all. I was up and down during the waiting period on whether or not maybe I made a mistake on this and I should have gone a different route. But once it got here, I cannot say enough about just, you know, the sleek nature of it. I love the chrome, even though I didn't think I would. And then I'm going to be even more excited when I get that second saber, so that way I can do dual wield on this. All right, guys. Well, I am Aaron with the Rookie Geek. Stay tuned in just a second. I am going to do my terrible spinning video just to kind of run you through all the different fonts, and so that way you can see Neopixel in action if you're not familiar with it. I am Aaron with the Rookie Geek, and I will see you guys next time. May the Force be with you. This is battery life. This is what shows you how much it is, since it doesn't show you as an indicator on the light. So just keep that in mind as you go through the fonts, that this shows you how much battery is left in the saber.
I'll show you the dark side.
You're hard to get rid of.
The dark sword. Ascension. powerful than any Jedi. You are a bold one. Darkness. Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. I'm Cal Kestis. The General, to me, she's royalty.